Are you trying to sell your artwork and failing at it, or not selling as much as you think you should be? Well, you might be making this one mistake, and it's not thinking about money first. Now, this is a very broad area, so I'm not just talking about the act of selling your work and thinking about ways to sell your work, but I'm thinking about this in a very global way. So in this video, we're going to break it all down so that way you can start thinking about money first and succeeding at selling your artwork. To begin, I like to think about money first at the creation phase of an artwork. So when you are thinking about the idea for a work, you're brainstorming, you're figuring out what you're passionate about. At the same time as doing that, you absolutely should be thinking about who is going to be purchasing this work, because you want to be able to create something that people will buy. If you're creating something that's completely conceptual, for example, one time I went to an MFA exhibition. They painted a wall white, put a little bit of texture on there, and it was called The White Wall. I forgot the artist's name, but literally that couldn't be for sale. It was a white wall. And this was supposed to be an amazing exhibition with the best work of all of the people that were coming out of this university, right? And it was a white wall. And so this is a glaring example of something that you cannot sell, right? So when you're thinking about creating your work, make sure it is sellable. Make sure it is in a format that customers understand. Like an acrylic painting or an oil painting, customers get what that is. But if you're creating a video artwork that they have to project onto a wall through a screen, and you expect to ever sell that, I mean, you're probably not going to be able to unless you're selling it to an art museum. Once you've created the work, the next step to think about money first is when you're trying to transition that artwork into a sellable product, something that's a little bit more commercial. For example, if you have an acrylic painting, you might think about making prints of it, because the prints will be a little bit more sellable because they'll be able to be at a price point that is lower for most of the people at events and online who are shopping for artwork. Conversely, some artists like to only sell originals, and this is also a way of thinking about money first. If you want your artwork to be exclusive, very large pieces that you sell for a lot of money, that's fine. You can totally do that. You don't have to make your work so super affordable necessarily, but you want to think about how you're going to be able to sell these items, where you're going to sell them at, and really have a plan, because you always want to be very money focused when you're trying to figure out how to sell your work. You can't just think that people are going to want what you offer. You have to figure out how what you offer fits what they need. And along these lines, there's lots of different sales venues for selling your work. You can sell at art fairs, online, galleries, small coffee shop shows. I mean, there is such a range of possibilities to sell artwork these days. But when you are going out and trying to figure this out, for example, if you're at an art fair, when you're there on site trying to sell your work, everything has to be money first. It can't be talking to your neighbor in the booth, hanging out with family, just trying to have an enjoyable time. I mean, it certainly can be if all you care to do is have an enjoyable time. But if you are trying to make money, then everything in your mind needs to be focused on making those sales. And I see this as a big problem for a lot of artists. I walk through art fairs and the people are there just like chit-chatting with their neighbors in the neighbor booth or their family that comes to visit, and they're ignoring customers. If a customer is in your booth, all of your attention needs to be on that customer and trying to sell your work to that customer. And this is where the concept of money first comes in, right? You don't have to eliminate all those great social and networking things that happen at art fairs with the other artists. I love to talk to other artists at art fairs, but I often don't have time because I'm thinking about money first. But once people aren't in my booth, if I have time and I don't need to rest my voice and I can talk to someone, I often do talk to the neighbor artists and see how they're selling and try to learn what I can from my interactions with them, because I think art fairs or art gallery shows, anytime that you can interact with other artists, that's a learning opportunity. So it can be a really good thing, but always think about money first. Another example is with social media, right? Artists are constantly spending a lot of time on social media, chit-chatting with other artists about their work or showing videos or pictures of their work, but oftentimes these artists hardly ever put out calls to action for people to actually purchase their work, or they don't run sales sales, they don't give the little carrot on the stick to the potential customers to close a deal. And this is where they're not thinking about money first. Of course, you want to have content that you're posting that isn't totally salesy. You can have 3 or 4 non-sales posts, but every once in a while you need to have a sales post. You need to have something that is asking customers to buy and giving them a reason to buy. Not just saying, hey, here's my artwork, it's for sale. Customers probably aren't going to buy for that reason. It needs to be a time-limited offer with a discount code, something that's going to make them want to buy right now because in a week or 2 it won't be available. This way it gets them off the fence, because if it's always available, they are not too motivated to buy. It's kind of buyer psychology a little bit. But by thinking about money first, you can program all of your social media strategy in that direction, so that way you're always on track to making money. And just like with selling in person, it's great to network with other artists online. I love to do it. I mean, that's why I have this YouTube channel. It's so fun for me. But it also is setting in the background of my life and everything that I do online, because the biggest part of what I do online is try to sell artwork. It's not interact with other artists, because I'm thinking about money first and then everything else second, because it's a beautiful thing to make friends and have amazing experiences and have fun. As we are artists and selling our work and traveling around the country doing art fairs, it can be super fun. But if you're not thinking about money first, this could be the biggest mistake that you're making if you are failing to sell your artwork. If you'd like to learn some more ways to make money as an artist, watch this video. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.